Good morning everybody and welcome to another Cinderellas live here. I'll give everybody a few minutes to join us and hope that some people do. It is not a very nice day out there, so hopefully there's a few of you sat by the computer or your phone or whatever watching us. Do give us a thumbs up or a good morning if you have joined us. Now today we're going to talk a little bit about size. Size does matter in wedding dresses, unfortunately, as it does on the wedding night, but we won't go into that. But size does matter in a wedding dress to the point that you have to have a little bit of realistic approach to actually buying a wedding dress. Now it's all well and good looking at all the dresses online, they're absolutely beautiful. Half of the models are size 10 modelling them, and half of the models are actually a size 16, 18 who are actually trying the dresses on. So you'll see a mix of size girls on our website actually showing you the dresses. But what you need to bear in mind when you are looking for a wedding dress is what shape and what size you actually are. This can make a difference. Now, if you're a size 10, if you're very tall, if you're very slender, that has its own problems as well. I know you think that's going to be really, really easy, but it's not always the case. And as we're going around today, I will point out a few of the little areas that you might need to watch out for. If, like myself, you are 5'2" and a size 20 and fabulously curvy as I am, you will again find your own set of problems. So again, we're going to have a little bit of discussion about that. So if, like myself, as I say, you are 5'2", length often isn't a problem. The only time it's really becoming an issue is when you're looking at a fishtail dress or a fitted dress, because it does depend where that kick out on the skirt comes from. So again, this one here, you'll find sort of flares out from quite high up. On a shorter girl like myself, that might actually hit in the wrong spot and it might look quite strange. So this is possibly not a shape that you're going to go for. But if you go for a soft A-line, which is sort of a cross between a fishtail and an A-line, this is actually a better shape to work with because you don't have that defined nip in. And for a shorter girl, that's not a problem. Lace trim's not an issue. We take those off, we shorten the dress to where we need them to be, and then we put those back on. Now, the main issue that when you're buying a wedding dress, your biggest stumbling block, and it does come down to everybody, it doesn't matter what size you are, boobs. There's no other polite way of saying it. Your boobs are going to be your biggest problem causer when it comes to choosing a wedding dress. Now, like myself, if you're very big busted, I wear what I like to call a sheepdog bra. They round them up, they shove them back where they should be. If you're in that situation, you can't wear dresses like this, where they've got the see-through bodice. You can just make out that these pretty little cups here, this one isn't a see-through, some of them are, but you've got this see-through area here. It's very, very flimsy. And this fits basically a girl up to about a C cup realistically. If, like myself, you're not very firm, I've had 2 kids, they don't stay up these days, you're not going to stay within those cups. There's not an awful lot of support in these dresses, and whilst they're absolutely beautiful, this is not going to work for you. So again, you need to be looking at a dress like this. Doesn't have to have straps. Strapless dresses do stay up. I'm a H cup and I can wear a strapless dress as long as you get that structure right. It all comes down to the internal boning. So this dress is a lot more solid on the bodice. It's going to hide your boobs. You've got this nice deep armhole here which comes round to the side, which hides this little area here, which generally on a bigger girl is not the best of areas, although I have to say slim girls don't like that area too. This one does have the shoulder straps, but as I say, straps really don't come into it. But again, depth of boob, again, determines what length of bodice is going to look right on you. This looks great on a girl who hasn't got a heavy bust because it's quite a short bodice here. It does come down, that's your waist point there, so it does come down a little bit lower. But if you've got very big boobs, you're not going to stay in the cups and it can make you look very, very short-waisted. This one here has got the structure, it's going to hold you in, it's got hidden cups inside it, and it means that your boobs are going to stay up and it elongates you because there's no determined waistline on this dress. This detailing here is actually very flattering on this one. I've tried this one on, it does look very good. So as we come around the back of the dresses now, again you'll see that the 2 key areas here, and this is very, very important if you're big busted, this is not going to work. This is stretchy. Yes, it has got some boning in there, but it's not got the support on offer that you're going to need if you're very heavy busted. Don't forget, if it's see-through like this, you're going to struggle to get a bra underneath it. If you're looking at stick-on cups, whilst you can still get them for bigger girls, they do tend to put you up in quite an unnatural position, and you've got the elastic to factor in coming around the sides as well. If you are bigger, you're going to need that to come further around. So is that going to be visible? is that going to work? So whilst you might love this shape, it might not necessarily be for you based on the size of you. This one here, nice solid back, it's all filled in, it comes up to bra height. You don't actually need a bra with this dress, even as I say, as a H-cup. I've had this on with no bra, the structure is great, but if you wanted to wear one, you could, because it's nice and solid, it comes above your bra height, and it's got all the boning and all the support that a bigger girl actually needs. So I'm going to move these two dresses to one side now, and we will have a little walk around the shop as we do, and then if anybody's got any questions, do just ask. So as I have a look on the website, choose some dresses, but be a little bit realistic about what your figure is like and have a think about that. We are getting quite a lot of girls coming in at the moment liking these little floaty boho styles, and it's really not the shape for them. So do come in with an open mind. By all means, try that style on, but listen to your consultant and see what she's got to say as you're putting them on, and have a look at yourself and go, yeah, this is not working for me, let's try a different shape. So do be a little bit open-minded. So we're going to have a bit of a walk around here. These are our dresses to order. So you've got this rail here, coming down into a few of our flower girl dresses with lots in at the moment. So we have just run onto the bridal rail here. Flower girl dresses down here as well. The dress on the poster is Solange. This one is in stock. This is April, one of our new gowns this season, as is Leonie at the end here. And Amani down at the bottom. Amara, sorry, not Amani, that's Amara. And then again on this rail here, you've got all the dresses that we order from. Again, lots and lots of choice. We are very full at the moment, as you can see, but all of these gowns are pictured on our website, dreamdress.co.uk. You've again more gowns to order in this section here, and we do get our samples in from a size 8 up to realistically about a size 24. We have lots of different styles in, and we have lots of dresses that are quite similar. So if you like a particular shape of a dress and it's going to work for your figure size and it's going to work for every shape and size, we will get something not the same but very, very similar in a bigger size as well. So you can try that style on and see if it suits you. We've got again dresses to order from down in this area here. And then on the back rail and this side rail, these are our gowns to order. We do still have some gowns in the full price range. Sorry, these are our off the peg gowns. We do sell some of our other samples off, but not all of them. So it does depend on whether you've got the time scale for that. You've got belts and accessories in this section here, as you can see, with lots of them. We're always restocking on those, so there's always plenty of choice. We've got veils. We do everything from your little short ones to your medium length to the very, very long ones in the back there, just behind this dress. And as you can see, we've got lots and lots of accessories, and we actually have a lot more of those on order. They've just not turned up yet. Still stuck with those delivery issues that we were struggling with. They are starting to catch up now though, so hopefully they will be with us shortly. So have you any questions coming in yet, Doug?
Just a couple of people saying morning, hi, and that's
Good morning,
excited.
Thank you for joining us. So as I say, coming back to some of the other issues that we were discussing, a very popular style at the moment, this is Thea, one of our new gowns this season, and this is a very, very popular style at the minute. This one has little angel sleeves. They can of course be removed, and you could have that one with just the thin shoulder strap. It does work that way. But this is a very, very short bodice. As I say, it's a really popular boho style at the minute. Dipped V's are not an issue, they can be filled in. But this very short bodice is not going to work on somebody with a very big bust, because basically you're going to be all bust and nothing else, and it's going to hide your waist. You're not going to get that nice shape coming through, and that's really not what you want to look like. You don't want to look boxy on your wedding day. This one, as I say, is Thea, and it is one of our new gowns. This one does have a cheeky little slit in the skirt, so if you're feeling that way out, you can flash your leg, but that can be stitched shut as well. You don't have to have that one floating like that. So what we've actually done is we've taken something this style, but we've actually got it in with a fuller figured girl in mind. So this one is Emma Claire. You don't have to have it in this colour, of course, so it does come in ivory as well. But we've gone for this one, which again, very, very soft, very floaty, boho in style, but a lot more structured on the bodice. So it's that little bit longer in the bodice, but it's actually got the support that a bigger bust needs. So you can still get that boho style, but you do need to be looking at what do I need in terms of structure. And I say this one is Emma Claire, also one of our new ones. Beautiful detail on this one. Would go into a lace up back as well. This one again, it's a very popular style at the moment. Classed as a boho, even though it is actually a ball gown. It's so soft and floaty. It's a really beautiful dress, is this one. Now this one, surprisingly, we thought might not get away with if you've got a big bust, but actually it's longer than you think on the bodice, and it is very, very flattering. These straps do sit either on your shoulder, around the top of your arms, or they are in fact detachable. You could wear this strapless as well. It has got that boning in there. Very pretty dress, this one, and again it does come in ivory. This is Evangeline. And if anybody out there with children knows, that's Nanny McPhee. We were having a Nanny McPhee moment when we named this one. Beautiful dress.
We've had a comment from Vicky Morris. Can I see that new dress, please? Is that one we've already done?
Which one? Thea, they're all new, love. Which one did you want? Was it Thea with the little sleeves?
I'll have to wait for another comment.
Yeah, I'll pull it back out just in case it was. I'm showing you lots of new dresses this morning. So this one is Thea, and as I say, it's got these pretty little angel sleeves, quite a short bodice, so again, works better on somebody a C cup or lower. And as I say, if you've got a big bust line, really not a great shape because it just doesn't have the depth in the bodice. Just because dresses are available to order up to a size 34, it doesn't mean you should. So you do need to sort of look at structure and take that into account. Okay, we'll come back to another one. We have had most of our new gowns now. There are still a few outstanding, but most of them are in fact in, which I'm sure you see me squealing all excited about on Facebook. So one of our other new gowns that's arrived is Tahani. Very beautiful. This is from a new collection that we've taken on at the shop. We've not had these ones before. And it's an absolutely spectacular ball gown style dress. You've got the dipped V in the middle. That can of course be filled in. Now we've ordered this in a generous size. I can obviously peg it in to a girl who's smaller, but this is a fantastic dress for any size and shape. You've got this nice deep bodice. It's lots and lots of structure in it. You've got the sleeves, which are popular. Don't forget these still can be shortened to a T-length, to a elbow length sleeve as well. And of course this dress has pockets, which I know are always very popular. Very big skirt on this one with these beautiful buttons coming all the way down. And you've got this see-through back, which is a jacket back. It does come right up to the top of the neck there. Now that is quite see-through, and you can get extra lace and fill that in if you want in a little bit more security. But it is actually quite solid, and it is quite supportive when it's fastened because the boning at the front is so good on this one.
Vicky has said it was a fitted dress, but she can't remember the name. You put pics up about 4 weeks ago.
Was it Finlay? Come back to me. It could be Finlay. If it was Finlay, it's this one on the mannequin here. And this one is available with an overskirt on it as well. So the overskirt is a separate accessory which actually puts a full skirt on it. And this one is Finlay. Very, very beautiful dress. Lots of lace work on it. The train on this is really lovely. We have had lots of fitted dresses. If you can try and remember the name, Vicky, it would help. But I do know that this was one of the new ones that's arrived recently. Okay. Another of our new gowns that's arrived is this one. This is Livia. Screams Downton Abbey, this dress. I absolutely love this one. You've got this cape shoulder detail to it. Very, very pretty. And this suits every size and shape. It's a really good dress. It's a soft A-line, so there's no particular shape definition on the bottom of the skirt, so any height can wear this as well. And if you're wanting something very different, very vintage looking, then this is a really good dress to have a look at. It will convert into a lace-up back, as most of our dresses would do. Pretty beadwork on this one too. I am going to pull out another couple of the fitted dresses for Vicky, just in case it's one of the other ones she's been looking at. So another very fitted dress that we've had in recently is Elena. And this again, very pretty, very clingy. Wouldn't go particularly above a C cup in this one. Very short bodice, the waistline is actually here on this. And again, very, very lightweight. Doesn't have the structure for a girl with extremely large boobs. So this is why we sample these ones in a smaller size for obvious reasons. So you've got this dipped V at the side as well as at the front. We can get extra lace and fill those in, of course. And again, don't forget, height-wise, this has got a real defined kick out at the bottom. So again, if you're not very tall, this is really not going to work particularly well. It's going to hit you at the wrong spot.
Molly's asked, have you any handkerchief bottom dresses?
I do. So the first one we're going to look at is Solange. This is the one that's on our poster by the door. Beautiful dress. Been around for a few years as this one, 2 or 3 years, but obviously we've been closed for most of the last 2 years, so haven't really played with it as much as we would have done. This one is £980. It is available in pink, but it wasn't a particularly nice shade of pink, so we actually got this one in ivory. I'll turn it around. Now this is a great dress. This suits every style, every shape and figure. The bodice is long enough. You have got dipped V's at the side, but they can be done solid. You can have those filled in. Very nice long train on this one. And another of our good handkerchief hems is actually one of our newer dresses, Lola. Not new this season, but it was new last season. And as I say, we've not really had as much chance to play with them as we'd expect to, thanks to lockdowns. Hopefully we've seen the last of those now. So this is Lola, and again, great on every size and shape. It does have this dipped V, but it's not as offensive as you think for those with big boobs. So it's not too bad, this one. And again, long enough body, so it does suit most figures, this one. Very lightweight and floaty, this one. As is the last one, actually. Both of these would go overseas very well.
A question from Jackie. Do you have any off-the-shoulder plus-size dresses that are a colour, preferably with a big train?
You're not asking for much, are you, love? No, I'm joking. Yes, of course we do. First of all, we have the one that's on the mannequin here. So this one is Bella. And while they're not completely off your shoulders, they do sit on the very edge of. Very pretty train on this. Doug will take you for a quick walk around that one while I find you some more. So that one, as I say, Bella, it just sit on the very edge of your shoulders there. So we're going to lose that one for a minute. So if you don't want to go down the A-line, you want something a little bit more statement piece. Madison is one of our new gowns. We don't have what I call plus size dresses. I hate that term. There's no reason why they can't just be mixed in and amongst. We've actually sampled this one in an 18. It does come up to a size 34 and it will fit every shape body-wise. So this is one with your off-the-shoulder straps. Bit of twinkle in the skirt as well, so it's very pretty, this one. Dipped V's, of course, can be filled in on the front. You've got a nice lace trim coming around the bottom. But the beauty of this one is the extra train. You've got an extra long train on this. So you've got that lovely double finish to it, giving you that real statement piece. It does convert into a lace-up back if you want it to. And you could shorten it to that first layer of train if you didn't want it quite as long. But there's lots and lots of options on those. But another thing that you could do as well is have a look at our strapless dresses, which of course again do come in a variety of sizes. Because of course we can add straps. So anything like Macy here, which is one of our new ones, a very, very classic ball gown. This one does come in any size up to a size 34. And again, it's got the depth of bodice that you need for a bigger bust. This belt is part of it, it is stitched on. But you could of course take that off and change it. But it's quite easy to put off the shoulder straps on these as well. And we have actually done that when people have been trying them on. We do have spare straps that we can show you. So again, very simple, this one in design, but you've got that nice long train on it. A bit of Hollywood glam. But yeah, we've lots of options on off the shoulders or big trains. We do both. The shop is called Cinderellas, so obviously we like a ball gown in here.
Jackie's asking, that's lovely. Are there any with off the shoulder sleeves?
Off the shoulder sleeves, yes, we've got Duchess. They don't sit on the hanger very well, so they don't look great when we hold them up. But this one is Duchess. We've sampled this one in sand, as they call it, but it's more of an oyster colour, and you've got a 3/4 length sleeve on this one. Classic A-lining style, quite a nice big skirt on it. And it comes down into a sweetheart neckline underneath that silhouette. It's really attractive, is this one.
Vicky's remembered the name of that dress.
Oh, well
Joelle.
Done. Joelle, yes, I shall pull that one out. That was my next port of call, love. I will pull that one out for you in a moment. So as this is Duchess, and again, as you can see, beautiful long train on this one. You've got a cheeky little keyhole back to this. And it is a lace up, but we can of course do this with a zip as well if you prefer. I do get lots of girls sending me pictures. I've seen this online. Do you have anything similar? We do have pretty much every shape that's out there in the shop represented in one way or another. So if you've seen something you like and you're not sure whether we carry it, or you haven't got time to go through our rather extensive website, which I can appreciate, send me a picture in messages and I'll tell you what's similar. So this one is Joelle. Again, available up to a size 34. This will suit every figure. We've sampled it in blush pink. It does of course come in ivory as well. And it does sit off your shoulder, just again not great hanging up on the hanger. It's a proper fit and flare, this one, so not the best dress for a shorter girl because you've got this very defined kick coming out at the bottom. Beautiful train on this one as well. It is a zip back, but it will convert to a lace up back as well. You've just got a very subtle twinkle underneath this one as well, under the top layer.
Angie's asking if we can see her comments. We can see the comments.
Yes, we can see your comments, love. We can't always answer straight away because sometimes I'm mid-waffle. We will come back to you. And at the end of the video, I will, of course, go through them and answer them again in comments, just in case I've missed you.
Mel would like to see Rosalind.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked for that one. I was going to pull that one out as well. I'm very excited about this dress turning up. This is very, very different. Really vintage looking. It's done in crepe, which is absolutely beautiful. You've got these really different shoulders on it as well. You could take the sleeves out of this one and have it as just shoulder straps, but the sleeves are very, very pretty on this. It's really simple and elegant. You've got this gorgeous cuff finish to the sleeve as well, these lovely bell sleeves. And this is a little bit of a see-through belt here, but we could actually fill that in if you don't want it see-through, but it is quite opaque. You don't see a lot through that. And of course you could swap that for a different belt detail if you wanted to. It's a zip back, and it would be very, very easy for me to get extra buttons and take buttons right down to the bottom of the train if you wanted me to. But it is just lovely in its own right, and as I say, the lace on the shoulders of this is really pretty. Very distinctive look.
Alex would like to see something fitted with a train, preferably long sleeved.
Okay. That was handy, I was right next to it. This is Pamela. Now Pamela is a crepe dress, so again nice and fitted. You've got this really beautiful drape to it. It is available as Pamela Ann, so we can get this with more lace across the neckline as well. But this is in fact just the Pamela. You've got a long sleeve that can of course be shortened to 3/4 length, or you could take it out if you don't like them. So the neckline here is plain at the top. We can get extra lace filled in on there. It would be classed as a Pamela Ann if we did that. Lovely train on this one again. Very soft and flowy. You've got this see-through back, which again I can get extra lace and fill in if you wanted a little bit more cover. But don't forget, any of our dresses with a proper armhole can have sleeves added. As long as it's not a discontinued gown, we can get the fabric and we can put a matching sleeve in, as we could do on Finley on the mannequin, which I have shown you a couple of times this morning. You could in fact put a sleeve in that one quite easily, as you could with anything with a proper armhole. So we don't carry an awful lot with sleeves because ironically we don't actually sell a tremendous amount with sleeves, but we can certainly put them in.
Susan has said she was going to ask for that one too. Have you any off-the-shoulder dresses, please?
Yes. Quite a few at the moment, and we have still got some to come in as well yet. But this one is Ruby, one of my favourite off-the-shoulder gowns. Sampled in champagne. It does of course come in ivory as well. And this is what we call a Bardo neckline. We've a few this style at the moment. I know it's very popular. Very pretty dress, classic A-line, and you've got this really nice trim coming under this as well. And I say we have got some proper ball gowns coming in with the off-the-shoulder straps as well, but we can add those straps to anything that's strapless. So don't be put off by the fact that they might not have those off-the-shoulder straps. I can buy them as a separate accessory and we do keep them in. And Ruby has this lovely lace back to it, this nice panel at the top. Again, suits most figures, this one. Any more? One of our other dresses, this is a new one that's just come in as well, and I have got another dress I'm going to pull out that's an off-the-shoulder one too in a moment. This one is Pearl. Now this one is basically Ruby with a different neckline. So we've had this one done with we've got this one in with the wide shoulders. It's got little cap sleeves on it, which is very, very flattering. So if we've got a girl who can't get into Ruby but wants to see what the whole dress looks like on, we've sampled this in ivory because of course we've got Ruby in the colour. And again, you've got this really beautiful glittery fabric underneath it where the pattern is actually in the cloth. And it is, as I say, it's basically Ruby with a different neckline. So again, we're coming back to those similarities. If we don't have something you can get into in one size but the shape would suit you, we will have something quite similar that you can try on. Lace up back, it will convert into a button and zip if you want it to. But one of the other dresses I'm going to show you, and again coming back to the lady who wanted to see off the shoulders with a long train, we have a fabulous dress called Shona that is new in a plus size.
I'll just break you off.
Yeah.
Claire says, would Ruby suit a short girl 5'2"?
Yes, I look amazing in that one, love. Can't zip it up so I can't show you, but yes, it would.
And Leanne Hickey says, morning.
Morning, Leanne. Now this one is one of our new gowns again. It's just arrived in the shop. This one is Shona. And again, it does sit off the shoulder. We've sampled this one in a curvy girl size. This sample's actually a size 26. Whoops. That's why I'm struggling.
You told me not to laugh. I've just laughed because Alex has just asked, please can I see the puffiest, most Cinderella style ball gown you have?
Yes, I'll show you in a minute, love. So this one is Shona. I can't demonstrate it very well, as I say. It's not going to stay on the hanger very well because the sample is a decent size. But you can see it's got the really beautiful lace trim. Again, you've got the shimmer fabric underneath it. But the train, again, on this dress is spectacular. And don't forget, we can add sleeves to these. I know they've got the off-the-shoulder strap, but it is wide enough to put an armhole in. But really beautiful scallop train on this one, if I can manage to flick it out properly by myself. It is very large, which is quite hard to flash you. There you go. Thank you. So a very unusual scallop finish to this one. And again, you've got a very nice back to this. I'm really struggling to hold this one up. With a nice cheeky little peephole bit in the middle at the back, but it is very, very supportive, is this dress. This is one of the new ones that's just arrived as well. Let's say that train is lovely. So let me go and find you the biggest, puffiest Cinderella dress we've got in this shop. We've got a couple actually. I don't know if any of you went on Facebook last night, but I did share a video of me modelling one and looking absolutely gorgeous in one yesterday. That's Tiana, very good dress. That's again a Cinderella style. But our biggest, puffiest Cinderella style dress is got to be Mia. This one again available in every size. It does suit every figure. Very, very full dress. It does come with little floaty off the shoulder sleeves, which you will see pictured with it on the website, but they don't actually stay on the hangers, so they're detachable, so we tend to put them in the drawer so we know where they are. But you do have what we call Cinderella shoulders that come with this dress as well. It's glittery, it's beady, it's huge. And if you want a big full-on Cinderella dress, this is the dress for you. I love this one. It's actually very, very similar to my wedding dress.
Leanne's just asked, have we shown the Flower Girls yet? She was late coming.
Leanne, would you like to see some? Let me just go and find you some of. So we have a selection of Flower Girl dresses, and we keep a few samples in store in a few different sizes, but we can order these as well. This one is one of the most popular ones. This is Heidi at £120. It's available in a few different colours as well. We've in fact also got this one in pink. That's the same dress done in pink, and again we can get them done in a variety of colours. You can get different coloured sashes. We can add bows to the back of these. They're quite versatile dresses. They do dip down into a mini bit of a train at the back as well, which little girls absolutely love because they look like mummy. We've also had a fairly new version of that one. So it's not quite as full on the skirt, but you've got a few beads on the bodice. And this one is Poppy at 138. So again, quite similar. Lots of width in these skirts. As I say, the Heidi in particular is very, very full. If I do that, you can see how spectacular those actually look when the little girls do that bob down photograph, which I know a lot of them like. Now, if you don't want to go as full as that, obviously you don't have to. We do a slightly simpler version. That one is Amber. That one is very popular as well. And one of the new gowns that we've got in, which I think is great if you've got a slightly older Flower Girl dress. This one is Nell. Now, I know there's no netting underneath this one. It's very, very soft and floaty, but it has got a tremendously full skirt. So you could put underskirts underneath it. It really does swirl when the girls want to swing out. It's hard to do without a body in it. But I say lots and lots of different styles on those. Now, these do say that they go up to a size 14, but they have no bust allowance in them. So do be aware how big your child actually is. It does vary from child to child. This one is Lucy, 170. It's got that little wired edge to it. And again, we've got this one in two tones, so the skirt is a deeper colour than the top. But we can, of course, do the whole thing in one colour, or you can do it in different colours, of course, as well. It's actually the lining that's putting the colour into these, and that's really not a problem if you want to change that.
Have we got a price for Shona dress?
Shona, yeah. As you know, or some of you will know, every single dress on our website is listed with prices. So if you go on dreamdress.co.uk, you will find them with the prices. Shona is 1,164.
Sammy would like to know, just wondering how far in advance do you need to order a Flower Girl dress?
Realistically, you need about 4 to 5 months. Delivery problems are translating into every part of the wedding industry, as they are in lots of other industries at the minute as well. So we are saying get your orders in realistically about 5 months before the wedding. But what we actually do in that situation is we're aware kids are going to grow. The minute you measure them, they're going to shoot up. So we always order the dress a size bigger than they actually need, so that hopefully when they come in, it might just fit them, they've grown into it. But if it doesn't, I'm a seamstress, not a problem, we'll alter it down. It's always best to get big rather than too small. So don't worry about ordering them too soon. But if you don't have an awful lot of time, we do of course have some in. We just might not have matching pairs if you've got more than one girl. If you've only one girl, it is easier. We do have a variety of sizes that we do keep in stock, and we do sell these off the peg as well. Okay, so we have a little bit of a rifle. Now I'm going to have to pull it out because a few of you will have seen it. This is Avery. This is very, very different. We have posted this on Facebook this week. It has just arrived. This dress is available completely ivory, so if you want to go down the traditional route, you can do. It's also available completely black as well, but I've had this one done with a sand lining because it just makes that lace detail pop and really stand out. You can't actually see it when it's all black. You can in person, but if you get it on a photograph, it just looks like a black dress. So I've done this with the coloured lining just to make it really stand out. Now these straps are detachable again, so you could wear them as they are on the shoulder, you could wear them around the top of your arm, or you could take them off completely. They are just fastened on as a detachable strap. This one is available with a matching cape, which incidentally I can buy as a separate accessory for anything. But we've got it in black to match this dress, and really because it's more of a statement piece. And again, it comes with a lace up back, but you could have this one with a zip back as well. So for any of those of you who dare to be a little bit different, come and try it on. Now another of our new gowns for the girl who likes the Cinderella style dresses. I know it's very plain, but this is absolutely spectacular on. Very, very full on the skirt. Off the shoulder for the girls who like the off the shoulder dresses as well. Very structured on the bodice. This suits every shape and size. And even though it's plain, the beauty of this is in the simplicity of it. You can of course add a sparkly belt, and it does have pockets of course as well. And it's got a tiny little nipped in waist with that very, very big ball gown skirt, which you would expect to see on a dress this shape.
What size is this dress, Mandy, please?
This particular one, I've sampled it in a US 12, but it is available up to a size 34. And we are getting bigger girls in it. You just can't fasten it, but you will get it on. Gorgeous dress is this one. But I've got this one in a smaller size because we actually have one from another company, which is a little bit different but similar. And the other one we actually have in a 20. And this one is autumn. So if you can't get one on, you'll get the other on. So as you can see, there are certain similarities there.
What was the last dress called? Not this one.
The last dress was Kennedy.
Kennedy.
And this one is autumn.
Could we see Laura next, please?
Certainly. Is that for you, Leanne?
It is.
And you. I'm going to pull Elizabeth for you as well, don't worry.
Oh, Molly was saying I meant the black one.
Oh, the black one was Avery. Yeah, the black one's called Avery. Sorry, which one did she just ask me for? It was...
Laura.
Laura, thank you. So this dress is Laura. Suits every shape. Very full on the bottom of the skirt. So you've got this nice long bodice. Laura does come with straps, but again we've put them in our drawer for safekeeping because we do lose them. So again, like the black dress that I was just showing you, you can wear the straps on the shoulders, around the shoulder, or completely off. It is boned enough to be strapless, this one.
What fitted dresses come in blush for Vicky?
Quite a lot of them actually. I would have to check with the suppliers. I don't actually have that information off the top of my head, but if in doubt, just ask and I'll find out for you.
Do we do bags?
dress bags.
Wedding dress bags, I presume.
Yes, we do wedding dress bags, but not dolly bag style bags.
Or
if that's
bags,
what you're
yeah.
meaning.
Could have been either.
So this one is Laura. Now again, we've sampled this one in not too big a size, but if I pull out Victoria, you will see that actually they're very similar. They're from the same designer. So again, if you can't get in one, you'll get in the other.
What size have we got Avery in?
Avery, we have that in a 20. No, it's an 18.
Right, so the black one was in an 18.
Yeah. So this one is Victoria, and I know it's in blush, but it's actually very, very similar to Laura. As you can see, it's got this long line bodice on it. Lots of structure. Straps, of course, can be added to this without any problem at all. This one is a lace-up back rather than the zip, but of course can be done as either. And the skirt, very, very similar. They are pretty much the same dress, just slightly different. And I know we were discussing that when we were chatting last night, Laura. Liam, sorry, I'm getting mixed up. So another dress I know Liam wanted me to show was Elizabeth. Again, one for the ball gown fan. So this is Elizabeth. You've got this really pretty lace straps on this one, which come down into shoestring straps at the back, which we will show you shortly. And it is a very, very full skirt on this one with twinkle underneath. But don't be put off by these thin straps, because what we can do is get extra lace. From this company, if we get extra lace, we can actually fill all of the straps in and give you a lace strap rather than the little shoestring strap if you're wanting that. And again, it will convert into a lace up back. This style fits every figure. It's a really good dress, is this one. Now you can put underskirts underneath these if you wanted to, but they are meant to be worn without, and they are quite full on their own.
Yeah, Vicky was saying she meant the little sparkly bags for the day, so that must be dolly bags.
I don't, love, sorry. We've really not found a great supplier of those. The ones I've seen have been a bit just your traditional little satin ones, but there was nothing that stood out. And because we don't do shoes, we figured we really didn't need bags. We've just got an odd little dolly bag down at the bottom, but they are more for children. But they are just oddments. That's just what we've managed to get. Any questions coming through? No? So what I'm actually going to show you now is one of our last season's dresses. This one is Nadia, and if you want to see a dress with sleeves, which we've not been asked for much today, this is a really nice one to have a look at. Great silhouette, suits every figure. This one available from a size 16 down up to a 34. This one it is in our curvy girl range, which we just mix in and amongst because they're quite easy to alter down. If we get a girl, say, who's a size 14, get it in a 16, we'll knock it down a size or so.
Sammy says she loves Elizabeth.
Elizabeth's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, one of my favourites, that one too. So lace up back on this one, which will convert, and you've got that cheeky little keyhole at the top again. But again, very beautiful train on this one, and this is a really nice dress. A good ball gown style dress.
What was the name of that last one?
This is Nadia.
Nadia. Susan's asking, price for Kennedy?
Kennedy is 1,605. One of our dearer dresses in the shop, actually. Most of our gowns are 1,100 or less. Obviously, prices for everything are going up, but we have got a few dresses now that are just creeping up to the 2,000 range. We're going to have about 6 in that price range. We do, wherever we can, try and keep our prices to a lower level, but it's not that easy. And sometimes we just fall in love with an absolute spectacular dress and we need to get it. So we have just got a few dearer ones coming through at the moment. So the one that I was modelling last night, and as I'm sure everybody who saw me on Facebook admired how spectacular I actually look in this dress. This one is a great Cinderella style dress again. This is Tiana. We've sampled it in blush. It does come in ivory, of course. Little cap shoulders on this one again. Very full ball gown skirt on this one, but very, very flattering because there's no there's no pleating. There's no pleating on that waistline, so it just sort of flows down. Amazing structure in this dress. It even made me feel like a size 12, and I've not done that for a while. Really beautiful skirt on this one too. Now this dress, interestingly enough, is boned enough to go completely strapless, and you could swap it for those off the shoulder straps if you don't want the sleeve and the top of the dress. That is quite easy to take off. This dress has definitely got the structure to change the neckline.
Leanne says she wants to keep you on your toes. Can we see Mia Rose? Hey, that rhymes.
You're a poet and you didn't know it. Certainly, I'll just get that one out for you. Mia Rose is also one of our new ones this season. Very floaty, very lightweight, this one. A little short-waisted, but we have had a girl in it that was a bit busty and she still looked okay, so it's worth trying on, is this one. You could, of course, add sleeves to this one if you wanted to, but it is just nice on its own. And it's actually got a little, almost a wired hem to it, so it does float out quite nicely. Very boho and vintage in style again. It's your cottage tea party style dress that I know a lot of people are wanting, like the tweed suits and little vintage teacups and saucers and things. These dresses are perfect for that style of wedding. I'm also going to show you Isla, which is another one along those lines.
Claire's asking, have we shown Finley yet? That's the one on this mannequin here.
Finley is the one on the mannequin, yes. Sorry, I didn't give you the name of that one. I showed you it earlier. I would model it for you, but I've come in the wrong colour bra.
Susan says, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
She normally has expensive taste. LOL.
Yeah, me too. This one is Isla. This is new in this season. It does come in ivory. And again, as you can see, it's a little short-waisted dress. Very, very boho in style. But quite distinctive lace patterns on this, with it coming down in a line. Very floaty and very soft again. It's going to be a little tricky for a bigger girl to wear because it's got quite a low back on it. So again, it's going to come down probably to about here, which is not a great fit for somebody like myself who needs a lot of bust support. So caters more for the slimmer girl, that one. Or the girl with a nice dainty little bust line. This is a different one. This is new in this season as well. This one is Iona. Now this one is very... We called it Iona because it reminds me of quite a medieval style, along the lines of Brave, that Disney film, if you've been looking at that. And it's got this very nice soft A-line, really pretty lace detail, but it's got these really vintage bell-shaped sleeves on it, which makes it look very, very medieval, and it's got that really soft flow to it. Now, if you don't like these sleeves, they're actually detachable. They are on poppers, so you could actually wear them for the day and have a very different look for your photographs, look all dramatic with your arms floating around, and then for the evening do, you could actually just unpopper the sleeves and have a dress with just nice little shoulder straps and go for a completely different look. Beautiful lace on this one. The rose detailing on the lace is very, very pretty on this. And if you like those medieval sleeves, if the lace is quite compatible with some of the other dresses that we have in, we could just buy some sleeves and stitch them into another dress. It's always an option, we can always ask. Pull some of our other newer gowns out, they are tucked in and amongst. Have quite a lot of the new ones out to play today. Oh, I know which one we've missed. We've missed Billy Joe. This is a new one. Beautiful dress, this one again. Catering more for the fuller figure. Classic A-line coming into ball gown, really structured at the top, nice wide shoulders on this one again. You'll find that a girl who's a size 10 to 12, again your smaller size girl, is not going to fit this. These shoulders are going to be too wide for her. She's going to generally be a little bit daintier across the shoulder. But certainly fantastic on a girl with a fuller figure. You could wear a full bra with this if you wanted to, although of course you don't need to. Just a slight dipped lace back on this one as well, just for that little extra cheeky kick. But quite covered up as well. Very nice dress, that one.
Leanne would like to see Priscilla, please.
Thank you for reminding me of the new ones. I've had that many, I forget. So this is Priscilla. This again is one of our new ones. And this is actually a cold shoulder dress. So you've got these dainty little straps that come with this one, and then you've got these lovely little cold shoulder straps that come around the arms. They can be taken off. You could wear it just as a shoestring strap, or we could change the straps into something different. You could take all the top of this off and put those nice wider straps on that you're liking on some of the Lola dresses or summer. They have those straps. So again, very, very pretty. You've got a nice sequin detail on this one. It's just a little bit different, is this. We didn't have anything like this. But again, this really long line bodice, so it suits every figure, does this one. So we will do another live when we've got more dresses in. As I say, I think we've another 10 still to come in yet, but they're on the way somewhere. They are just running a little bit late. Have you any questions? No? Sorry, you were signalling like you had some. So another dress I wanted to show you is the slimmer cold shoulder style, which is demi. So a lot less structure. This one is definitely geared up more towards your slimmer bride. Again, these very pretty little shoulders. If you don't like those, we can remove them, or you could just take the floater bit off and have just the lace around if you wanted to. Very short bodice again, so this one does look better on a slimmer girl, and it's not really got the bust support for a bigger girl. But as you can see, we do cater for the fuller figure and the slimmer figure in here. I like to try them on, and I'm not a 10, so we always have to get some in my size to try. And again, very simple, very floaty, very boho, and we can convert that to a lace-up back if you prefer. But as you can see, very short bodice, so it's not going to have a great bust support. We have a few more minutes. Does everybody have any more questions?
Claire's asked for Finley.
Finley, again, very popular choice today. What I'm actually going to do, because we are running out of time now, is I'm actually going to pull out the overskirt for Finley as well, because you do really need to see that. And it's one of the reasons that I did put that one on the mannequin. Whoops, if you can see that. So that is Finley. Now you don't have to have the overskirt. Again, this is a separate accessory, which we can put with any of our dresses. We can buy this separately. But it has been made to go with Finley. And what it actually does is give you a very, very different look for the walk down the aisle if you're wanting that very statement piece dress. It's a really nice addition to put your fuller skirt on what is a very fitted fishtail underneath. And it's going to give you that very statement piece train for your walk down the aisle. And that would, as I say, go over any of our other dresses as well. So if you wanted to add lace to a very plain dress, for example, you could put this as an overskirt and then lose it later on. So I say Finley is available with or without that overskirt.
Leanne would like a last dress, please, to see Pearl.
Pearl, I have pulled that one out already, but we'll have another look. So this one is Pearl, which I did say before is very, very similar to Ruby. It's just got a different neckline. So you've got this really nice wide shoulder strap with the fitted little cap sleeve on it. That sleeve, of course, can be removed if you don't want those. Absolutely lovely fabric on this one as well. If you feel that these are too busy with the extra patterning underneath, and as I say, the shimmer layer is actually the layer underneath. If I just lift that up there, you can see. You can actually have that done with a plain layer as well. So you don't have to have that extra patterning underneath if you prefer something a little bit simpler.
Can we see Joelle for Claire?
So Joelle, as I've shown you before, we've sampled in blush. It does of course come in ivory as well. And it's a beautiful fit and flare dress with your off the shoulder straps. It's got a nice little twinkle underlayer to this one and a very deep lace trim. We always try to get a selection of colours in because not everybody wants ivory. But we are finding that these subtle colours are actually quite popular at the moment. And don't forget, you could still add belts to these as well. I know they don't have them, but you could add them quite easily. And again, you can get these without this deep lace trim on. We can get the bottoms plain if you don't like that extra wide lace at the bottom, and not everybody does. We can actually have these done without as well. Not on all dresses, but from this particular company I can. But similarly, I can get those lace trims and add them to other dresses as well. Any more questions? So we'll wind it up now. As I say, we're getting to the last 5 minutes. So we will do another live, hopefully when the new dresses come in. But I am busy doing wedding fairs, so I'm not always available on a Sunday at the moment. So we will try and get that in. And we're not actually sure when the other dresses are going to turn up. They are unfortunately running a little bit late as well. I think we have just got 9 or 10 left to come in now. There's not too many. But as you know, as soon as they come in, I will be putting them on Facebook, and we do put them on our website as well. Our website is dreamdress.co.uk, and every single dress in the shop is listed on there with prices, and we do update it daily. So if we get anything new comes in, it will be added that evening. Anything that we've sold off the peg will get taken off that evening. So within a 24-hour window, that website is up to date. Have you
Elizabeth
any questions?
would like to see some hair binds for bridesmaids.
We don't have many that I'd say particularly for bridesmaids, because the ones that we have are actually quite dear. So it does depend on what you're wanting to spend, but they are sort of geared up more towards the bride than the bridesmaid. This is just a one-off one at 50. We've got this one in as a special price. But we do always have different ones coming through. But they are, as I say, depends what sort of style and what shape you're wanting. This one is 82. But they are price-wise geared up more towards your bride. We tend to do little clips and things as well, so you don't have to go for the full vine. Or you've got little clips that come in sets of 3. For example, we've got the little pearl ones there. They come as a set of 3. So again, you could wear the vine and they could wear the little clips. We've got some fan-shaped ones down here as well. Left them in the packet, but as you can see, they come as a set of 4. So you have a few options on there. But we are always on the prowl for something a little bit different. So at this point in time, I'm going to wind it up and I'll say goodbye to you. As I say, don't forget, keep watching the website. Do keep giving me comments and asking questions on Facebook. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have. I have been doing this a long time. We've been going almost 23 years. So as I say, there's nothing that you can ask me that I'm sure I've not been asked before. I'm not easy to surprise. But if you've any worries, any doubts, if you're unsure what style is going to suit you before you visit, you're more than welcome to send me a photograph and ask me what I think. Again, if you see a dress online that you really like and you want to know if we've got something similar, send me that through in messages as well, and I'll be able to point you in the right direction. But for now, I'm going to sign off. Thank you very much for joining me and asking me some questions today, and I will speak to you all soon, I'm sure.